This morning in the Eagle studio, Jayden Wiebe with us. Jayden, good morning.
Good morning, Ronnie. Thank you for having me.
And Jayden, you're not wearing the stripes today. Some people might not recognize you. Where are the stripes?
They're sitting at home right now. We kind of packed her in for the rest of the year up until August.
And so you are an official, a ref here in the Pembina Valley. You are at the Pembina Valley Minor Hockey Association. Talk about being an official here in the Pembina Valley. What's that like?
You know what? It's awesome. It's one of the most rewarding things that I get to do throughout my time here and throughout the Pembina Valley, to get out and go ref some really good hockey and also help out some younger officials come up too.
Right on. And so we had you here this morning to talk about the Telus Cup Regionals in Winnipeg. And so for folks that weren't aware of this event or don't know what exactly we're talking about, what are these regionals?
So Telus Cup Regionals is a 4-team tournament that two teams from Manitoba, one team from Saskatchewan, another team from Northern Ontario, all come out to face off to try to get to the Telus Cup that's being held in Nova Scotia this year.
And so you were able to be there. So where was this happening?
Happened in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
There. And so you were able to be there on the ice and to be a part of this. How did you get involved?
So throughout my 7 years of officiating, I've been able to work my way up through hockey, through leagues. And then so we all got put on a list. There was 12 refs and 12 linesmen that got put on a list to get selected down to 6. So I was very fortunate and lucky enough to be part of that 6.
These other officials that were there, also guys from Manitoba here, they're looking to do the same thing, or?
Yeah, basically everyone from Manitoba. There was some Brandon officials, Winnipeg, and then Steinbach, St. Anne guys that were all out there with us.
And so to walk us through this experience, kind of what things that you go through throughout these regionals.
So you get there on a Thursday. It's a 4-day thing, and then we came home on Sunday. But yeah, you go through an officials meeting, you sit down with everyone, try to figure out what the game plan is going to look like, and then you just hop out on the ice and give it your best.
And so one thing you talked about was these games were they were pretty straightforward games. These guys were looking to win on the ice there. Talk about the hockey action that we saw.
Yeah, you know what? It was really intense, and everyone was there to battle hard to try to make it to that final game on Sunday. But yeah, it was awesome hockey, some of the best I've ever worked.
And so how does the game kind of change for the guys in stripes on the ice there when the stakes get a little bit higher?
It's tough because you gotta be able to figure out what you're gonna call and what you're not. It's a fine line lots of times, especially in those games.
It can be a fine line for sure. And so what was kind of your biggest takeaway for the weekend there in Winnipeg?
You know what? It was just it was an awesome time being able to get to know these guys that you're going to be seeing now for the next 5 to 10 years. You're going to be coming up with them, so you got to get to know them and hang out with them for a couple days.
And so one thing that we talked about was how, referees and officials are needed kind of everywhere in hockey, and that includes right here in the Pembina Valley.
Yeah, you know what? We're short. Everyone can use more officials. We're short officials. So if anyone's willing to take a chance at it, give it a shot. We need people to mentor. We need people to work minor hockey games and a higher level too as well. Spots need to be filled at some point in time if we don't end up having to cancel games and stuff, and we don't want that to happen.
No, we do not. And so what's kind of the barrier for entry for becoming an official?
You just gotta go to level 1 clinic and sign up. If you're 18 and over, you can sign up to become a level 2 official, but that's all it is. You just look on Hockey Manitoba's website. Every August, September it comes out, and then you can sign up and see if you like it or not.
And it's not even like it's a volunteer type thing. You can make a little bit of extra spending cash on the side doing this.
Yeah, you can make a good chunk of extra cash if you're doing tournaments in town too. Get a couple games on a weekend or on Saturday and Sunday, and then you can make a good chunk of extra side change.
But I imagine, Jayden, you're just doing it for fun.
I do it just for the joy of it.
Absolutely. And so one thing you talked about was mentors, where for these minor hockey games, often you guys have an older, more experienced official on there with the younger guys.
Yeah, so even when I first started, I was mentored. That's how I got involved too, and how I learned a lot of stuff. There's older guys around town who still ref or don't, but they were out there, and so we're looking for people, whether you're taking time off reffing or you're just wanting to try it out. We need people to help out, and so you can get involved with your local minor hockey association and do it that way.
And so if people do want to get involved or learn more about how to be a part of this with the PVMHA, how do they do that?
Yeah, so every place every minor hockey association has a referee-in-chief. You can reach out to them. They'll help you get set up and get going.
There we go. Nice and simple. We'll have all that information up. Jayden, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ronnie. Really appreciate it.
Hey, I'm Ronnie Gunther. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you have something going on in the community and you want to share it on the morning show, we'd love to have you. Send us an email at news@pembinavalleyonline.com. If you like the video, give it a like and share it with your friends. We'll see you next time.